My dear fellow citizens, on the occasion of the celebration of the landmark and historic 75th Independence Day, I take this privilege to convey my heartfelt greetings to the people of Meghalaya and other parts of the country. On this day, we remember and recollect with gratitude the immense contributions made by Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and many others who provided the leadership that led to the birth of the world's largest democracy. We also recollect with pride the sacrifices of patriots of our own state, U Tirot Singh, U Kiang Nangba, Pa Togan Sangma. We also acknowledge the selfless services and sacrifices of all medical, frontline and COVID-19 warriors and pay tribute to thousands of people who have lost their lives. The overall law and order situation in the state was by and large peaceful. Various festivals including celebrations of important national days passed off peacefully, keeping in mind COVID-19 appropriate protocols. Elections to the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council were successfully conducted in April 2021. The boundary problem with Assam has been a long pending issue. Meghalaya shares 884 kilometers boundary with Assam. There are 12 areas of difference between the two states that needs to be resolved. To take this forward, a meeting between two chief ministers was held on the 23rd July 2021 in Shillong. This was followed by Chief Minister's level meeting in Guwahati on 6 August 2021, wherein it was decided to first take up 6 areas of difference out of 12 areas of difference in the first phase, and the remaining 6 areas of difference will be taken up in next phase. The state government is committed to find an amicable solution to the boundary dispute with Assam. The state shares an international border of 444.8 km with Bangladesh, out of which fencing has been erected for a stretch of 329.7 km. The state government is committed to complete the remaining fencing of the international border at a fast pace to effectively contain the influx of foreign nationals, trans-border movement and activities of militants and anti-national elements. We are in the midst of second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the high risk of infection, our healthcare workers and other frontline warriors have been working in full force to keep all of us safe from the COVID-19 infection. The response from the community members is also worthy of appreciation, and we thank all the healthcare and frontline workers and also the community members for working together with a sense of urgency to fight this virus. The COVID cases in the state are largely due to the Delta strain. It is a variant of concern and highly infectious. To effectively tackle the second wave of the pandemic, the state has adopted a test, track, isolate and treat, vaccinate strategy and promoting COVID appropriate behavior. A decentralized, participatory, collective approach through convergence and coordination with various government departments, including extensive mobilization and engagement with community leaders, religious leaders, NGOs and civil society organizations is being undertaken. The infrastructure in government hospitals have been ramped up in the midst of the pandemic to provide the required care and treatment for COVID patients. The number of beds has been increased and oxygen plants have also been set up in district hospitals and community health centers in view of the importance of medical oxygen for management of COVID patients. Medical gas pipelines have been installed in the civil hospital in Shillong, Tura and Nongpo and Jowai. 3 PSA oxygen generation plants sanctioned under PM CARES have been installed at Civil Hospital Shillong, Reed Provincial Chest Hospital and Ganesh Das MCH Hospital Shillong. A COVID-19 step-down hospital at Ansavli, New Shillong Township has been established, which can also take care of pediatric patients. The Mega Health Insurance Scheme provides cashless treatment up to rupees 5 lakhs for the eligible and enlisted residents of the state. The state government has decided that residents of the state must not incur out-of-pocket expenditure for treatment of COVID-19. Therefore, the coverage of MHIS under 5 categories of COVID treatments have been enhanced. The enhanced coverage will be effective from 15th August 2021. The government urges eligible residents of state to enroll under the MHIS. The state opened up COVID vaccination for people over 18 years and above from 14th May 2021. Covishield vaccine is being administered free of cost in the government vaccination centers. Despite the understanding that COVID-19 vaccination is crucial for protection against severe disease and death, the progress of COVID-19 vaccination in the state is sadly poor. As on date, only 47% of eligible individuals have taken at least their first dose. There is considerable vaccine hesitancy in the state, especially in the rural areas, largely due to misinformation and disinformation. I would like to appeal to the residents of the state to come forward for vaccination, as it is the only way to prevent a potential third wave of the pandemic. Let us remember that vaccination is the only solution available so far to not only keep us safe from the pandemic, but more so to avoid severe consequences that may come with the expected third wave. Please wear your mask correctively, keep distance from others, wash or sanitize your hands frequently, and vaccinate yourself immediately. Let us be responsible not only for our society, but for more so for the safety of our near and dear ones. The state government has also decided to award the first 100 villages in the state which achieve full vaccination coverage and eligible population by 30th August 2021. An amount of rupees 5 lakhs will be given to such village for carrying out development works. The state government, as part of the measures to contain and mitigate the difficulties faced by the citizens of Meghalaya on account of COVID-19 pandemic, has undertaken a number of initiatives. Under the Chief Minister's special grant, an ex gratia payment for rupees 50,000 to the next of kin of 316 who died due to COVID-19 till 4th August 2021 has been made available through the Deputy Commissioners. Provision kits to COVID-19 positive households who are under home quarantine have been provided. An amount of rupees 8.81 crore was spent towards the cost of provisions kit as on 30th July 2021. In the line with the achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, the state government is committed to ensure maternal and child health and nutrition. The Surakshit Matritva Ashwasan is being implemented to address the existing inequities in maternal and newborn health care services and move towards zero preventable maternal and newborn deaths. Under the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, which is maternity benefit program, cash incentive of rupees 5,000 each were given in 3 installments to 27,735 beneficiaries, and total disbursement of rupees 11.25 crore was done through direct benefit transfer. Meghalaya Police is committed to timely ensure investigation of cases, to ensure justice, and to also deal with the issues of cyber crime that are on the rise. A cyber assistance cell has been set up to render assistance to victims online harassment or criminal activities like fraud and cyber stalking. The Crime and Criminal Tracking Network and Systems has integrated 70 police stations in the state who are entering records of the CCTNS on a daily basis. Access to drinking water for all households is a top priority of the state government. Under the Jal Jeevan Mission, even Public Health Engineering Department aims to provide functional household tap connections to every rural household by 2024. As on July 2021, Meghalaya has provided 1,30,000 FHTS and 757 villages in the state have been provided with 100% FHTC coverage. With respect to water supply in urban areas, the implementation of Greater Shillong Water Supply Project, non-STOIN urban water supply schemes are progressing well. Under Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, Greater Sohra Water Supply Scheme was recently completed and inaugurated by Honorable Union Home Minister and commissioned on 25 July 2021. Education is a critical sector for the development of the state. The Education Department has approved plans for upgradation of 208 lower primary and upper primary, secondary and higher secondary schools, amounting to rupees 109 crore. In addition, this year the department has initiated construction and improvement of all pending projects under Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. 40 Eklavya model residential schools have been sanctioned for the state so that the less privileged children can have access to quality education, and the construction of the two of these have been already started this financial year. In higher education, the Shillong College of Engineering, College of Architecture and Urban Planning and Williamson Sangama Technical University campus are going to start functioning by this financial year with new infrastructure. The state government under the Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Department continues to lay strong emphasis on sustainable food production, access to nutrition and livelihood security for the farmers. A total of 1,90,854 farmers have registered for the flagship income support scheme Pradhan Mantri Samman Nidhi, and 1,83,921 registered farmers beneficiaries households have availed the benefits till the month of July 2020. During COVID-19 lockdown, 1917 ITMs provided expert agro advisories, animal health care and access to market services to 83,669 numbers of registered farmers through 1917 toll-free number under Kisan Credit Card Interest Subvention Scheme of 2%, 26,540 number of Kisan Credit Card farmer borrowers availed the interest subvention from the state government amounting to rupees 4.11 crore. During 2020 and 21, Lakadong Turmeric Mission has made good progress till date, covering an additional area of 608 hectares and benefiting 2,801 farmers in Jaintia Hills. Export shipment has also been facilitated to Netherlands, Russia, UK and USA in order to encourage processing of spices like ginger, turmeric, black pepper, black cardamom. A MEG Spices Processing Unit cum Training and Development Center has been made operational at Omsning in Ribhoi district. Department is committed to realize the horticulture potential of the state. A project to promote organic plantation of Khasi mandarin orange has been taken up in 3 districts of East Khasi Hills, Southwest Khasi Hill and West Garo Hills, covering a total area of 764 hectares at a cost of 781 lakhs. The Cooperation Department is responsible for promoting cooperatives in the state. As on 5th July 2021, a total of 314 integrated village cooperative societies under the Meghalaya Livelihood and Access to Markets project have been registered at the selected 18 community and rural development blocks of the state. As part of ease of doing business, reforms online application for the registration of cooperative societies has been launched throughout the state. The state government has launched the 2 missions, viz. Meghalaya Milk Mission and the Meghalaya Piggery Mission. Over the next 3 years, the Piggery Mission will enable Meghalayan to achieve self-sufficiency in pork production, reduce out-of-state import burden by nearly rupees 150 crores annually and improve the income of over 25,000 households. The State Cabinet recently approved the State Youth Policy that lays out a detailed framework for engaging and empowering the 12 lakh young people of the state. Entrepreneurship and skilling of the youth are one of the key focus areas of this policy. The Labour Department, through the Directorate of Employment and Craftsmen Training, in its commitment for skill enhancement and employment generation, has trained 14,730 beneficiaries during the period of 2018 to March 2021. Under the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, the Community and Rural Development Department continue to implement various poverty alleviation programs in rural areas. It also plays an important role in the process of accelerating the economic and social development of rural areas with a view to increasing the income level and quality of life of the rural people. Under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, during 2020 and 21, 383.70 lakh person days were generated against the approved labor budget of 393 lakh person days. The total amount spent was rupees 13,671, 3.24 lakhs. Convergence of Manrega with the schemes of other departments such as fisheries, agriculture, soil and water conservation have been successfully implemented. Under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, during 2020 and 21, an amount of rupees 18,327.685 lakh was spent and 5,642 numbers of houses were completed. Under the National Rural Livelihood Mission, during 2020 and 21, 9,784 numbers of self-help groups were formed against the target of 14,000 numbers. Under the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, focus is to enhance skill development of rural youth who are poor between age of 18 to 35 years and provide them with jobs having regular monthly wages at or above the minimum wages. With 76% of its geographical area under forest and tree cover, Meghalaya is one of the richest states in forest and biodiversity and has one of the lowest carbon footprints in the country. To enhance the density of open degraded forests, and to achieve the national carbon sequestration target, the government has raised 29.39 lakh saplings for creation and undertook maintenance of 1,882 hectares plantation in 2020-21 to compensate the inevitable loss of forest cover for development projects. 192.38 hectares of non-forest land have been acquired for declaring as reserve forest and compensatory planting of 4.8 lakhs trees. The Nong Khailem Wildlife Sanctuary has been adjudged as the best among the 16 wildlife protected areas in the Northeast by an independent team of experts constituted by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The sustainable use of our natural resources is critical to ensure sustainable development, and under the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, watershed development component which focus on natural resource management works, livelihood and production system and micro enterprise is implemented in participatory mode with participation of the community. The financial achievements up to fourth quarter ending during the year 2020 and 21 is rupees 132.22 lakhs with physical achievement of 881 hectares. The government of Meghalaya has embarked on a policy to promote and develop tourist destinations, which goes in hand with the conservation of environment and sustainability, and further encouraging active participation of communities all across the state to promote, enhance and retain the unique tradition and culture of the state, which can be an important aspect of the tourism. The second wave of ongoing pandemic has greatly hit the tourism sector in the state. The shutdown as a result of the pandemic has led to a complete halt of tourism activities in the state. However, in spite of this, the state government is in the process of preparing a comprehensive tourism development strategy for Meghalaya. Consultations with various stakeholders at various levels is being held. Further, the department has also initiated work for Nokrek Eco Resort at Sakal Aduma, West Garo Hills for an amount of rupees 22.46 crores. The Arts and Culture Department is involved in promoting and conserving the rich cultural heritage of the state. The State of the Art Shillong International Center for Performing Arts and Culture, which is scheduled to be completed by 2021 and 22, is expected to set new benchmarks as a platform for the performing arts. The Kiang Nangba Indigenous Knowledge and Cultural Tribal Museum at Jawai, U Tirot Singh Indigenous Knowledge and Cultural Center Tribal Museum at Nongkla, and renovation and upgradation of District Auditorium Shillong and Tura. Upgradation of Arts and Culture Center Museum Chidek Grey, Dakop Grey are some of the prominent ongoing projects and activities being currently undertaken by the government. Work for the Tribal Research Institute at Babadam, West Garo Hills is progressing well, and the institute will be key and resource for the state and the region. The overall growth and development in the state of Meghalaya depends on road communication. Development of quality road infrastructure is vital for the overall socio-economic growth of the state. As on date, the total road length in the state under the Public Works Department is 10,587.845 km with a road density of 47.21 km per 100 square kilometer. During 2021-22, under the Northeast Special Infrastructure Development Scheme, upgradation from single lane to intermediate lane of the state road from Mauchindrat to Hashim, covering a length of 37.65 km at a cost of rupees 99.76 crores has been taken. The upgradation of this road will greatly benefit the people of West Khasi Hills residing in areas bordering with Assam. The work for upgradation of 9th mile on east-west corridor in Assam to Umsen via Kiling, Pilenkata, Gambelbari, Pinekar under Ribhoi district, covering a length of 37.64 km that was sanctioned under NSIDS, is progressing well at 62% work on the key projects on the national highways, namely 2 laning of from Tura Dalu to NH51, covering a total length of 54 kilometers at a cost of rupees 553 crores, and improvement of National Highway 40 between Shillong and Dauki, and construction of Dauki Bridge covering a total length of 80 kilometers are in progress. Before I conclude, I would once again like to thank all our frontline health workers, the health department, the district administrations, the police personnel, the sanitation workers, the entire state administrative machinery, public representatives, community and locality leaders, non-governmental organizations, the media and citizen volunteers who have been working tirelessly to help us contain the spread of coronavirus. Once again, I wish all my fellow citizens a very happy Independence Day. Khubale Mitela, Jai Hind.